Hello everybody, it's Valerie Greenwell and welcome to Quilt Artistry. Today I'm going to be talking about saving patterns in version 7.54 of Creative Studio. If you have earlier versions of Creative Studio, this probably is not going to apply to you. Versions 7 and up are different than the previous versions of 6. Let's talk about why you might need to save this pattern. For instance, on screen here, I have my business name, which is Quilt Artistry, and I want to create a stitchable logo that I can stitch on a jacket or a quilt that I am going to create. And I am working right now on my laptop. And just for the sake of this video, let's say that my Statler is not connected to the internet and I want to save this pattern externally and take it over to the Statler, let's say on a jump drive. So these steps that I'm going to show you are going to explain how to save to a file, which will then allow you to put that pattern on some kind of a flash drive or even send it in email if you need to send it to somebody else. So having said that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you can save, export, and share, and what you can't export and share. Okay, so as I said, I created my business name here with the black letter font, and I'm not going to get into creating the text itself because I've already done a video about that, but this font right here called Black Letter Bold, that is the font that I used to create this lettering, and then of course I went through and I connected everything so this pattern is fully connected. Now, I want to add a little bit more to this pattern. Okay, so let's go to my next quilt group here. Okay, so in this tab, you'll see I have a phoenix that I drew. And again, here is the font, the text that I had created in the first quilt group. Now, I want to combine these two patterns together to create this. Now, I have drawn both the text as well as the phoenix. At this point, I can save this pattern if I want to. If you right click on this pattern, after you have everything connected, you right click on the pattern and you go to save pattern. Up here at the top, you'll see you have three options where it says save pattern to. You have three options available: save to database, save to project, and save to file. We are going to do all three of these. So save to database will save it to your pattern cloud. Save to project will save it within the project that you are currently working in, and save to file will save externally, say in a file on your desktop, anything like that. So we are going to save to all three. You're going to want to give this pattern a name. And here I'm giving it the name of Quilt Artistry with Phoenix. I'm going to check text and block, and I'm going to give it a couple keyword names so that I can find it easily if I need to. Now, down here in the parent patterns, you're going to see where it says Quilt Artistry here, and this, of course, is the original text. This is my Phoenix pattern, and let's see what else is hiding down below here. Down here it says not found and not found. When I created this text, I had three other fonts on screen that I was trying out when I created this text. And so I deleted the other three because I didn't like them. Okay, so here we are. Now, if you want to encrypt this pattern so it can only be stitched by your computer, you can click this button right here that says can only stitch by Stitcher, and then here you would type in your encryption number. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to take that off. Designer notes, there are none, but I'm going to type this in, and I'm going to say Valley G creative logo. All right. So with that, I am going to click Save. and close. Now, because I had checked save to file, this window has come up, and now it's going to ask me where do I want to save this pattern. So I am in my Statler project file, and I am going to save this as Quilt Artistry with Phoenix, so that's the same name that I gave it in my cloud save, and I'm going to click save. Down here you'll see also right here under where it says save as pattern type, the only option that CS gives you the option to save to is a GQP. That is it. Now, the only difference that I have found is if you are using an encrypted pattern, when you save this, it's also, it will only save as a GQPX. That X means that it is an encrypted file. This one currently is not encrypted because I don't have any encrypted patterns on the screen. So here, I'm going to go ahead and click save, and it's going to save to that pattern location. Okay, now, I'm not done building this pattern quite yet. I want to add one more piece to this. So let's go to the next window here. Okay, so here I have two patterns. I have this needle and thread from the Notions border needle thread, and this is from Sweet Dreams Quilt Studio. And this one is the Paintbrush 002, also by Sweet Dreams Quilt Studio. Okay, and I want to combine these two patterns to create a needle and thread paintbrush. Now, let me just scooch over here, and here is what I have. Here's what I came up with. I used the paintbrush for the bottom half and the needle at the top. I did some fancy editing, and now I have this pattern. I'm going to add this pattern to my logo. Let's go to the next screen. So now I have my needle and thread connected to my Phoenix and my text that I had already created. Okay, so I want to save this pattern so that I can use it in future projects, and I want to save it to a file. Now I'm going to go and save this pattern here. We're going to go to save. I'm going to go to check this, and I'm going to type in Quilt Artistry Phoenix thread paint. Now, if you take a look down here, it says in the parent pattern collection, you'll see we now have added the paintbrush, the needle and thread. Of course, we have the Quilt Artistry, the Phoenix with the thread. I'm going to go to save and close. Okay, so once you have your pattern saved, then you can move that pattern via flash drive if you need to. So at this point, there's just a couple things that I would like to say. If you use patterns that are from another designer, if you create a pattern using anything other than what you have drawn or what you have created, this is not a pattern that you can share with anybody else. Once you add an element to that came from any other designer, I don't care what it was, you can't share that pattern because that would be copyright infringement. So just don't do it. It's just not a good idea. So, but once you have your pattern saved, then you can go and you can transport that pattern via flash drive if you need to. If you have created something that was just, say, the text, or you drew a little something and you wanted to share this part with a friend, then you could do that. But if it is something that, again, if it's something that, if it includes a pattern that was even partially created by another designer, then you can't share it with anybody but yourself. So anyway, that's that, and that's all I've got for you. Yeah, if you have any questions about this, please feel free to ask in the comments, or you can email me or message me, either one. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Quilt Artistry, and if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.